It just feels right. So, we've only had a couple days here, but ready to get it going.
It's official beast mode to KTM, but how will he do? Hey everybody, Walty Wanderers, buckle up, strap in, we got a hard hitting, pull the punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows or sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. Let's jump back on the moto merry-go-round and examine the good, the bad, and maybe a little bit of the ugly.
Walty, not the ugly, only examine rainbows and sunshine and Jorge Prado.
No. Somebody's got to read between the lines and look. Between the ruts, we got some ruts to look through today. And speaking of Jorge Prado, welcome to the swimming pool, because you're gonna have to get your life vest on as well. You're in this thing too. This is pretty gnarly. We've got AP, we've got Jorge, and now we've got Eli Tomac, and we've got a failing KTM for all intents and purposes. I mean, it's definitely not all rainbows and sunshine over there, but this is a big acquisition, and we're all clearly cheering for beast mode because we do not want to see this guy leave the sport. And the reality is this is a big move for a guy that was basically saying he was going to retire, and not only did he not retire, he just signed a deal.
It just feels right. So
over at KTM, and the $1 million question is this. I mean, we've seen so many let's reference football, Ricky.
F you, Walty, SMX, SMX, SMX.
A lot of quarterbacks at the end of their career, they get let go by their team and they go somewhere else because they don't know what else to do or they don't want to retire, and then they just stink up the joint and they go out unceremoniously. I'm a little concerned about Eli at this moment. I remember back in the day when moto was hard hitting pyro, punk rock, and chicks and super cool. I was like, I don't know, maybe 2010 or so when Wyndham retired. And I remember it was one of the Anaheim rounds, and it was probably 1 or 2 rounds in. And he just out of nowhere announced, I'm done. I am done. I'm not ready. He just wasn't feeling it after practice or qualifying. He didn't even do the main event. And after that, all he did was the rest of the season, opening ceremonies, his little farewell, and he rode off into the sunset. And I'm wondering, in fact, if that's something that could happen with Eli. Now, KTM would suffer a massive blow if this happens. Now, I don't want to be all too negative here because there's a good chance.
Can't believe they stuck me with this guy, Walty. Beast mode engaged.
George might turn into Jorge and come in and do better on this KTM. He better hope so, really. Because if KTM suffers, let's say Eli retiring in the middle of the season, and then Jorge George pulls a Kawasaki over at KTM and jacks them up, and then AP doesn't feel good anymore. We still don't know where he stands with his fitness and stamina.
Shake and bake.
I mean, this could go completely sideways. This could be a complete boom or bust season for KTM. Now, I'm cheering for him. On one hand, I'm cheering for Eli and AP. Jorge, you're just going along for the ride, as far as I'm concerned. You are a massive question mark, and even if you turn this thing around and all of a sudden start putting in results, it's going to take probably a full season of that and saying all the right things as you do it to get any of the fans back on your side. I mean, I don't think you'll get all of them, but you might get some, and wins and podiums can definitely help solve that problem. But I want this show to be more about Eli Tomac, beast mode. We're going to go ahead and jump over to the community page of the Walty Wanderers YouTube channel and hear from some of you, the moto community, the people that really count, the only show on YouTube, inviting you guys in. But we asked it, is Eli's results going to improve or not on this KTM? I mean, this is really the $1 million question. I'm really hoping they do, man. I'm really hoping they improve. But you got to figure, you're coming off a solid program over at Star Racing where you had some success to a brand that's really kind of in trouble right now. I mean, KTM this is a massive make or break moment for them, because if this thing doesn't work out, there's a good chance this team goes away along with Gas. I mean, that's how serious this is. And Husky, you're hanging on by a thread at this point too. Now, there's probably, if you were a betting man, Bubba, you would have to bet
Eli's going to go beast mode on that pumpkin, Walty, and get the neck burn.
That wouldn't happen. But there's clearly a little element of that on the table. So without further ado, let's jump over, take a look at some polling around Eli, even take a lap around a few of your comments, then we're going to meet back here and wrap it up. Let's get started. Race fans, buckle up, strap in, roll up your windows, lock your doors, throw on an open face and a fresh pair of tear-offs because the roost is about to fly. When asked on the Walty Wanderers community page of the YouTube channel, Eli Tomac's results will improve on the KTM. 75%, the majority said, nope, not going to happen. While 25% of you said, yup, it's going to happen, Walty. Buckle up and strap in. Well, let's go ahead and saddle up and take a lap around a few of your comments. First up to the starting gate, rocking their open-faced, Regan Bassford comes in with, one day your dudes will find out it's not the bike, it's the dude riding the bike. Everywhere Eli goes, he improves. Boom, chalk one up for he improves on the pumpkin. Thanks for the comment. Let's use up next. William Dodge pulls a tear-off, goes flying by and comes in with, I think Eli will do good on any bike he's on. Boom, and there it is there. He is beast mode. Don't count him out. Thanks for the comment, my brother. Let's use up next. Lawson Michael pops the clutch, gets some whiskey throttle, and comes in with, Eli would podium on a moped. Boom, and there it is there. He is beast mode. Never count the dude out, even on a moped. Thanks for the comment. Let's use up next. Big Chalupa comes flying into the first turn, almost washes the front end and says, third race in, he will throw the KTM in the dumpster. Boom, and there it is there. It could happen. That KTM has been having some issues, but chalk one up for not improves. Thanks for the comment. Let's use up next. Kevin P goes flying by, rocking his Bell Moto 3 and says, he's going to break that thing, bro. Boom, and there it is there. KTM better hope not. That'll be a bad look. Thanks for the comment, my brother. Let's use up next. Last but not least, Data Pusher crosses the finish line, lights the candles, gets the Bubba neck burn, and comes in with, I'm just here for the roost, bro. Boom, and there it is there. We all are, my man. Thanks to everybody who participated and left a comment. Make sure you guys jump in there and read the rest, but bring your tear-offs. The roost tends to fly. Now let's jump back to the studio and wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome back, and there you go. Eli, bro, the majority of the community doesn't think you're going to have better results on that KTM. Now, you said in your presser, in your interview today, as they announced you and the team at KTM, that the bike just felt right, and you're excited to get this thing going.
Ready to get it going.
And it's about to happen. We're going to see this thing debuted over at World Supercross. But listen, this is what? You guessed it, Gladiator Games, Bloodsport, Evel Knievel stuff! What happens if Eli gets hurt at World and never makes it to the starting line at A1 and you're coming in with George and AP? That would be horrendous. Horrible! You better hope that doesn't happen. Listen, this is what I'm hoping for Eli. He gets over to World and has solid results. I don't care if he wins, as long as he's up there and has good results and he's in the mix, I'm going to be happy. Then it's all about testing, and that's what Jorge and AP are doing. They're not doing any off-season rounds that I'm aware of. They're going to wait to A1, and they need to make these guys wait to A1. These guys need to be testing their faces off. But Eli, he doesn't. He's already been racing. He's ready to go. He finished the season strong. He's good to go. This is now Eli's world. AP and George are really in Eli's world. Now, the reality is this. There's always that asterisk of if Eli was to either tap out, retire early during midseason, or start getting beat by his teammates. This could go sideways really quick for KTM. So while they're painting this picture of all rainbows and sunshine, because that's what we do when we're marketing this stuff, of course, it's all about selling bikes. The elephant really in the room right now is if Eli can make this bike work and potentially save the brand doing it. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend. This is a content moto guy that wants to see you not only win on the track, off the track. Understand the waters you're swimming in now, they're shark infested. Eli, KTM, welcome to the swimming pool. A big moment in moto happening right now. exciting stuff. I want to see this thing over at World. I want to see it lined up against Danger, Kenny, Cooper Webb, and all the rest and see where Eli stacks up. He doesn't have a lot of time on this bike to go over there and battle with these guys. So like I said, if anybody can do it, it's potentially Eli, but the moto community has spoken. They don't think you're going to have better results on the KTM as you did on the Yamaha. So Eli, it's time to go beast mode engaged one more time and prove us all wrong. In the meantime, Walty will be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content and would humbly ask you, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media link in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there. Simply search up Walty Wanders MX on Instagram. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.